Okay, welcome back to part 2 of creating vectors from Photoshop using a photograph. Now, there are other ways we could do this. There's probably a million different ways we could do this probably. And one way would be to use the pen tool um, and to go around and just create all these new shapes using the pen tool. Now, we could definitely do this. We don't have a ton of time, and the main focus of this unit is to really create an animation with this. But if one were to be so inclined, they could go around and you could trace all these shapes in Photoshop using the pen tool and do the same effect. We're just using Illustrator to kind of cut that part out for us, okay? So the part 2, the next step is to just, we've done the highlights, we're now going to create the midtones. Same steps, just creating the midtones. Okay, so once again, go back to our magic wand, and the next color, darker color, is this kind of mid-tone gray. So let's click on that. We're going to go to select, similar. It's going to select all those similar pixels. And now, you know, what I like to do sometimes is notice how it selected kind of this, it had a hard time reading where the cutoff was, okay? So sometimes what I like to do is go to select, modify, contract by 1, and it should put it closer to that edge, okay, of the actual gray that we're looking for. We could do that one more time. Select, modify, contract by 1, and it'll even push it that much further out towards there. Okay. In all reality, it may not make that much of a difference because we are bringing it into, we are making it a threshold first before bringing it into Illustrator. So, you know, it might not make that big a deal, but if you're a strict stickler for detail, try it out. Okay. Let's copy this now. Command or Apple C, or once again, it's under Edit, Copy. Okay, we're going to start a new file now. Start new. Click OK, and then Apple or Command V, paste it in. See, you know, that's why. See, that's the reason you see all these faded edges, and that's kind of the reason why we would contract this selection. Okay, so if we go to image now, what we want to do is apply a threshold to this to make it black and white. Just drag it all the way over to the right. Click OK. Now we're going to select all, Command A, or select all. We see this is just repeating the steps. Okay, Command V for paste. Oops, sorry. Command C, sorry, for copy, or edit copy. Okay. And then let's go back over to our Illustrator. Here we can keep this, we can use the same file, we don't need a new file, we can just leave this over here so we can refer to it later. Let's paste the new one in, Apple V or edit paste, and it should just paste right in. Notice the pixels, it's a rastered image, so what we need to do is repeat the steps that we did before. Let's live trace it. We might lose some detail, that's okay, I'm not too concerned about that. And then we're going to expand the selection. Expand the anchor points and the paths and handles around each shape. Now that we did that, we can click off, go to our direct selection tool, click on a white area, go to select, same fill color, and select all the white. Let's hit the delete button on the keyboard, delete. Okay, on the keyboard, it's gone. Now we have all these black pieces. Let's go back to our selection tool, click on it, and it should select even all these little parts out here. It should select all parts that are black. Okay, now let's create a new mid-tone blue. Let's click on there, click OK. Oops, sorry, we created a new folder. We don't want to do that. Drag that to the trash. Let's click on the new swatch color. But before we do that, let's make sure we have our folder selected. We want to put the swatch in this folder that we have from before. Let's click on the new swatch. Remember, we're in grayscale. I got a RGB. I believe we had the blues all the way over. Okay, we had some color in there like that. Let's darken it for a mid-tone. Let's do something like that. Okay, and then it'll change over. So now if we drag this one over the top and line them up somehow, should be right in there somewhere. Okay, you'll start to see this change, okay, change in color, okay? Let's go over to our Photoshop. Do it one more time. Let's deselect. Select, deselect, or Apple Command D. Okay. Now we're going to click the dark mid-tone color. So the dark mid-tone color is not this black, but it's this darker gray. So let's click on that. Select similar. Copy it. File new. Paste. Threshold, just repeating the steps, slide it over, click OK, select all, copy, go to Illustrator, let's slide these guys over here. I did that by just scrolling my selection tool over just the corner, and it's going to select both pieces. Let's paste in what we had before. Okay. Live trace. Now we need to get our direct selection tool. Let's expand this. Click in a white area. Select same, fill color, delete. Go back to our selection tool. Click on black. Let's make a darker blue color. Go to RGB, scale this over, scale that down, darker blue, click OK. There's our darker blue. Let's move these guys on top. And we can talk about alignment in a little bit. Alright, scroll over everything, move it over. We have one more color to go. Let's go back to Photoshop. Deselect, Apple D. Let's go back to our original, Apple D. Magic Wand tool. Click on the black area. This is the shadowed area now. Click on that. Select similar. Copy. File new. OK. Apple V. Command V. Paste. Select all. Oh, no, not select all yet. Let's deselect. Let's threshold. It is black for the most part, but we want to make it extra black. Click OK. Now we can select all, copy, go over to Illustrator, paste, live trace the raster, get the direct selection tool, click off of it, click on the white area, select same. Oh, sorry, we have to expand it first. Don't forget to expand it. Now we go to select same, fill color, and delete. Oopsie, hold on. Click off of it. Now we click a white area, select same, fill color, now delete. There we go. Should get rid of all the white. We want to keep the black. Okay. Click on the black area. Should select the whole thing. Let's click a new darker blue. Let's go with the darkest blue we can. And that's about it, right? Okay. Click OK. Not too different from the other one. Just changes slightly. Let's go back to there, and let's maybe even add a little purple. Let's get that to be darker if we can. Let's go to RGB or in CMYK. Okay, blue. I'm gonna add a little purple. That's okay. I like purple. Okay. Cool colors nonetheless. Oop, gotta select them all. You can actually also hold Apple G or Command G, and that will group them if you like the grouping, and it'll move them together. Okay. Not sure that I like that purple. You can nudge it with the arrow tools. Get it spaced to your liking. It's a little funky right now, but we can adjust it. You know, a few white accents, they don't hurt anything. You know, they can look kind of nice and artistic. So there you have it. Let's select all. Let's scroll over all of them. Let's group them together, and there you have your vectored portrait. Okay. Now we can take this back into Photoshop and start thinking of different ways we can animate using stop motion ideas. Okay. Good luck, you guys.